YouTube, Quinn Wade, coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how them Portland Trailblazers beat the Brooklyn Nets 114-95. The Nets go to 17-51 and 9-24 at home. The Blazers go to 33-36 and 15-20 on the road. Blazers won the first matchup, which is this one against the Nets. They play again later this month, and that will be the last time they see each other until next season, since the Nets is not going to be a play-in or playoff team. Portland blew them out early, so I'm going to go through this quick. 35-20 in the first quarter, 30-21 in the second quarter, 26-24 in the third, and then the Nets beat them 30-23 in the fourth. But since the lead was so huge, it didn't matter anyway. And the Nets didn't even score 100 points. Jeremy Grant, he did a good job of driving and hitting threes. 32 minutes, 12 points. He was 5 of 13 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. He had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. Good playmaking, keeping the ball moving, keeping it rotating around until it finds the right guy, or finding the guy when you pass it to him is all he was trying to do out there, and it worked. Good team player. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal foul, and a +1 and plus minus. Tamani, he kept getting good looks at the basket because he ran and cut or in transition, and he hit wide open threes. He went 2 of 3 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 7 of 9 from the field. 32 minutes, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 block. 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a +19 and plus minus. You like his two-way play. You like his shot selection in this one. Denny, he was driving and finishing. And if he wasn't doing that, since he drove or created contact, he got to the free throw line. He went 9 of 12 from the free throw line, 1 of 4 from 3, 4 of 13 from the field for 18 points in 34 minutes. He did have 6 rebounds. He had 5 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block. 3 personal fouls, and a +22 and plus minus. Didn't shoot the ball that great, especially from the perimeter, but you're just happy that he still found a way to score in double figures, and he did some things defensively. Donovan Clingan, the big body, the tank, he ended up getting 11 rebounds and 14 points. He was strong. He was physical in the paint, went 4 of 7 from the field, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. He also had 2 assists, 2 turnovers. He did have 5 personal fouls. He was trying to go for some things, trying to stop some things, and free throws can come with that for the opponent if you touch him. And Drew Holiday played 27 minutes. He had 11 points. Every starter for the Blazers scored in double figures. They all had assists. They all had rebounds. Drew Holiday went 5 of 11 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line for 11 points, 9 boards, 5 assists. 2 turnovers in the steal. It's just good to see him letting his teammates do their thing while he's still trying to set them up, score, or help on the glass to make sure that they can win in those areas to be able to win the game. He had 1 offensive board, 1 personal foul, was a +30 and plus minus. Chris Murray, he kept taking good looks from 3. We went 2 of 2 from 3. Also got some drives to go in the paint. Went 6 of 7 from the field for 14 points. He also missed his only free throw. He had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and a steal. 1 personal foul, was a +9 and plus minus. Batiste made a 3, made a drive. He went 2 of 6 from the field and 1 of 5 from 3 for only 5 points. He did have 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a turnover. And it's not like him if he's not getting steals. He finished with 2 off the bench, which was the most. He had 1 offensive board, and he did get 4 personal fouls, which is a crazy amount because he only played 15 minutes, so that's way too many. He was a +3 and plus minus. Scoop led the bench in scoring. He ended up getting 16 points in 20 minutes. He did take the most shots off the bench, which was 10. He finished 5 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. I like the fact that he made his threes. I like the fact that he attacked and wasn't just settling in this one for jump shots. He had 1 rebound, 4 assists, and 2 turnovers. He almost fouled out because he had 5 personal fouls, which is probably the worst thing you can do in the minutes that you're already getting is small, and then you find a way to possibly ruin yourself for getting more, although it was a blowout. He was a +4 and plus minus. Blake Wesley had a nice dunk in this one that was helped making my head shake. Okay, that was cool, dude. Nice little levitation in that air. Nice finish. He did have 1 assist, 1 turnover, no personal foul, was a -10 and plus minus. Kent, 3 minutes, 2 points. He scored his only shot. He did have 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal foul, and a +2 and plus minus. And then City, he missed his only shot, which was a 3, but he still did have 3 rebounds and 3 assists, which made his night pretty good. steal, because he also did have one turnover and a personal foul, which is okay because he played 21 minutes, like I said before, and he was a +1 and plus minus. And then the Brooklyn Nets ended up playing a game where they was getting blown out. Then they tried to bring it down a little bit, but other than that, they still got blown out. Zaire Williams ended up getting a nice transition basket because he got a steal. Then he went 1 of 3 from three, finished 3 of 8 from the field for 7 points. He had one rebound, one turnover, two. His rebound was offensive. He had two personal fouls and was a -21 and plus minus. Danny Wolf, he ended up scoring from the perimeter. He went 2 of 4 from three, made a shot around the rim, missed the rest. Finished 3 of 9 from the field for 8 points, 5 rebounds. He also had 4 assists, which was the most in the starting lineup. He had 2 blocks also, which was good. And he had 4 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, was a -14 and plus minus. Nick Claxton, he was the only person in the starting lineup to score in double figures. And that's something that you wouldn't believe until you seen that it was true. And he had 12 points, which wasn't a lot anyway. And then he went 5 of 11 from the field and finished with a double-double because he had 11 boards. So that's a good night for him. 1 assist, 2 blocks, 7 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls. It was a -21 and plus minus. Drake Powell, 18 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from three. He did have 1 rebound, 2 turnovers, and 2 blocks. So that ended up being a good game for him. His only basket was a drive to the basket. And then he had 3 personal fouls and was a -22 and plus minus. Nolan ended up playing 16 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He didn't perform well on the offensive end, and he kept trying to find ways to get shots that he liked. Even when he did that, it didn't fall for him. In this one, he did have 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. No personal fouls, no turnovers, and was a -19 and plus minus. EJ Liddell, 26 minutes. He had 4 points. He went 2 of 7 from the field, 0 of 4 from three. He also had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and a block. 1 offensive board, 5 personal fouls, and a -7 and plus minus. He missed the wide open threes. That was basically half his shots, and he couldn't make them. But he still helped in a lot of other areas, so you have to be happy about that. Chaney Johnson played 25 minutes. He had some good offensive boards. Some led to baskets, and then he also was able to finish around the rim real well in this one. Other than that, he made 2 of 4 from three, finished 6 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, and then he had 9 boards, which ended up being the most off the bench. He had 1 assist, no turnovers, 5 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and was a +6 and plus minus. Ochai Agbaji, 25 minutes. He had 8 minutes, 8 points. He went 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did get 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 2 steals, 1 offensive board, 2 personal fouls, and was a +1 and plus minus. And then Malachi Smith, 18 minutes, 3 points. He went 1 of 6 from the field, 0 of 2 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He did miss a lot of his shots as well. He had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a turnover, 2 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, and one a +7 and plus minus. And then Tyson, he had 15 points mainly because he went 6 of 6 from the free throw line and 3 of 7 from three. So that's a good night for him. He did have 2 rebounds and 1 assist and 2 turnovers. 1 personal foul was a -9 and plus minus. And then Ben Seraph, he kept attacking the basket. He had a lot of success. So why switch it up when it's working? 15 points, 5 of 10 from the field. He missed his only three. He went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 4 assists, 4 turnovers, and 4 steals. That ended up being a strong performance from him because of the steals and finding guys, but the turnovers kind of make it look like, You look at the scoring and you say, well, that's still a good game because of the efficiency. He did have 1 personal foul and was a +4 and plus minus. The Nets, though, they shot 38% from the field. The Blazers shot 51. The Nets shot 26% from three. The Blazers shot 42%. Both teams ended up shooting 29 free throws. The Blazers made theirs at 72%, and the Nets made theirs at 69%. Both teams had 44 rebounds. So the thing that really was the difference was the fact that the Blazers was able to make more shots everywhere on the court compared to the Nets, who just couldn't score as well as the Blazers. And the Nets had 18 assists because they missed so many looks, even if it was open looks, while the Blazers had 30 assists And then 16 turnovers for the Nets, 18 for the Blazers, 7 steals for the Nets, 7 for the Blazers, 7 blocks for the Nets, 3 for the Blazers, 17 offensive rebounds for the Nets, 11 for the Blazers, 27 defensive rebounds for the Nets, 33 for the Blazers, and 24 personal fouls for the Nets, 25 for the Blazers. A blowout win, a good one for the Blazers. This was a much needed win because they're still trying to be a play-in or a playoff team. So they need to win as many games as they can down this last, couple weeks left of the season. And if they do, they can do something that they had their goals set out for this season, which is be a team competing for a playoff spot. And that's something that they have put themselves in a position to do. Now they just got to go out there and stay healthier than they have been the entire season. And then on top of that, all they have to do is just continue to win out as much as they can. Some bumpy roads in this schedule, so they got to play better. They got to find a way to play better defensively, especially, and hopefully they shooting and their scoring continues on the pace that it was in this game or close to it, because it's hard to shoot 50-some% against the better teams. But then again, you got to push yourself and try to play the best basketball as you can as a unit and as a team. And the Nets, they just wanted to try out a lot of guys and see what they had, see who's improving, see what works, see what doesn't work, see what they need to look at tape at to improve, their IQ, their knowledge of how to play the game better and how to play the game better together, which isn't a surprise since all their players are really young for the most part. So just a learning experience for them, a growth period for them, and some growing pains did happen in this game, but it's understandable. They knew that coming into the season, they was going to have one of the youngest rosters in the game, and that comes with a lot of losing. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share the notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.